What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and it's time to have a conversation about Tyrese Haliburton because last year he orchestrated the most high-flying and high-powered offense in the NBA. He led the league in assists with 10.9 per game, and he was arguably the most electrifying player in the league. But this year he looks like a shell of himself as he's averaging 15.3 points on 37% shooting from the floor, 28% shooting from three, and I've been surprised at the major difference in this play when he's at home versus when he's on the road because at home he plays well. He's averaging 21 points, 9 assists on 40% shooting from three, but when he's on the road, he's only averaging 11.7 points on 20% shooting from three. So we must have a conversation about why he is struggling so much. And I think there's a lot of reasons as to why he's struggling, but to be the first reason that he's having his struggles is because he does not trust his jump shot right now. And that is not a good thing because the majority of his scoring comes from the three-point line. I mean, he's a 38.6 career three-point shooter, but this season, I've seen him airball a lot of shots. I've seen him barely hit the rim on a lot of shots, and he's basically just a facilitator out there right now. Listen, he's one of the best passers in the NBA, but the Pacers really need him to score. They really need him to make shots, need him to make threes like he did before in the past. So hopefully he's able to find his rhythm for three sooner rather than later. The second reason I think he's struggling so much is because he lacks the burst/quickness that he had a year ago. Last year, he was a headache for teams to deal with in the open court because they knew he was going to get out of run and find either Buddy Hield or Ben Mathurin for a three, or he was going to alley-oop it to Jalen Smith or Obi Toppin for a dunk. But this year, he's not really getting out and running in transition. Last year, the Pacers were fourth in fast break points per game. This year, they're 12th, which is still good, but obviously it's a noticeable dip. And he just looks sluggish out there to me. He's also not able to create a lot of separation. If y'all notice, man, basically all of Tyrese's shots are really tough contested shots, and that's never easy for a player, and it's especially not easy when you're struggling the way he is with his jump shot. Whenever you're struggling with your jump shot, you want to be able to get clean, easy looks, but a lot of his looks are contested, y'all, because he's not able to get by his defender. I was watching the Pacers play the Raptors on Monday night, and in that game, he had a very difficult time getting around Davion Mitchell, and Davion Mitchell is a really good perimeter defender, but I was surprised that Tyrese Haliburton was not able to, kind of shake and bake him a little bit, get to the basket, but right now, y'all, he just is not, again, he does not have that quickness, does not have that burst, does not have that speed that he had last year, and it's making it very difficult for him to score. And I think the third and final reason he's struggling so much is because whenever a center is getting switched on to him, he's not attacking, getting downhill. Y'all, when I was watching the Pacers play the Houston Rockets, a couple of nights ago, Tyrese Haliburton, there was a play where Alperen Sengun got switched on to him, and instead of attacking him, getting into the paint, looking to score, or attacking him, getting in the paint, looking to dish it out to an open man, he decided to take a tough, contested step-back three. And I was like, Tyrese, you should be able to get around Alperen Sengun. Everyone knows Alperen Sengun, he's not a good defender. He does not have really good lateral quickness. But Tyrese, y'all, he settled for a three. And I just couldn't believe it because although Tyrese is not the best finisher around the rim, he still has pretty good touch on his floaters. I mean, we saw last year, he made a lot of floaters. This year, he's not really looking to get to the basket. I don't understand why he just keeps taking all these tough, contested, long, mid-range shots, long three-point shots, and it's just not falling. He needs to start attacking these centers and going at them. Even if he's not going to score against them, he needs to use his vision to be able to find an open man, to kick it out to a teammate, to potentially knock down the three, y'all. But he's not doing any of this stuff like he was doing last year. And I've been very surprised to see him struggle this way. But I do think he can bounce back. And I think the way he can bounce back, y'all, is just to find his rhythm from three. Like I said earlier on in this video, if he can find his rhythm from three, everything is going to be okay for him because he is an elite shooter. Again, that is where he generates most of his points from anyway. So if he's able to get going from three, if he has like a 5-game stretch where he's shooting anywhere from 38 to 42% from three, then next thing you look up, we're gonna be like, okay, this looks like the Tyrese Haliburton of old. But right now, y'all, he's just not playing at that level, and the Pacers are hurting because of that. I mean, they're currently 6-9, and that's not how I thought this season was going to start for them. This was a team, and you could say it was a fluky run, but they did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. We thought they were going to be able to compete with the Cavs, with the Celtics, with the Sixers. Although the Sixers look really bad, but we thought they were going to be able to compete with the big dogs of the Eastern Conference. Right now, y'all, they look like they're going to be a play-in tournament team. So Tyrese really needs to turn this thing around. If he plays better, y'all, then the Pacers are going to play better, and they're going to start to look like that team they looked like last year. I still have confidence in Tyrese Haliburton. He's one of my favorite players in the league, but he must get this thing turned around, y'all. And again, if he's able to do that, he's going to go back to look like one of the best point guards in the NBA, man. So there I have it. That was another episode of the ZayMoolah Sports Podcast. Remember, y'all, laughter's got message. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm going to end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.